There we go. We're recording. Fantastic. Guys, I'm here with Rick Reinhardt with Annuities on Autopilot and with Advisor Circle as well. Me and him met at an event in Michigan, I believe.
Yes.
And this was like, ironically, man, that was like 2 days before my birthday. Like I was spending time with you all on my birthday. It
Hey,
was a good time. So yeah, anyways, we were at an event, networked it up, and you know, slowly built that relationship, and we were able to work together on Annuities and Autopilot. So basically the reason why I have you on here, man, is I want to give this video to people who are considering coming onto the program. We know that you had a slow start in the beginning, but now we're starting to see momentum. I kind of want you to go into well, really why you wanted to get started, and then what were some hangups for you, so that way we can kind of paint a picture of how you were able to get
sure,
momentum. Because
sure. Well,
I don't want to say this is a magic bullet system. This is a proven sales process, proven system to get you appointments. But again, I'm not trying to sell you the sun and that moon and everything else with it, right? So that's
well,
just it.
hey, understandable. Yeah, when we met, I was exploring adding annuities to my business model. I had basically the licensing for annuities was not doing anything with annuities, but I knew that it fit. I work primarily with the Medicare insurance market, individuals on Medicare getting ready for retirement. I'm there myself. I'm on Medicare. I collect Social Security. And because of the lifestyle that I've had, we live, as you know, full time in a motorhome. We travel around the country quite a bit, and I've had an opportunity over campfires and campgrounds to meet with a lot of people that are recently retired or wanting to retire with the freedom of being able to travel and not be tied down to their work, not to have to be worried about those kind of things. And the biggest issue that people have is they worry about whether or not they can maintain that lifestyle without running out of money. And so I started looking at how can I help my clients and help people kind of address that. I started looking in the idea of annuities. Advisor Circle put on a day seminar, invited me to that to understand annuities as an insurance agent, and came away really feeling comfortable with putting that into my business model. So then meeting you and kind of looking at how the program you had to try to help generate the social media buzz necessary.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not a social media guy. You know, I grew up on DOS. I'm not a, I'm a computer network engineer. I am not a social media specialist. So that's an area I leave that to people that are far more educated on that than I am. My kids.
Fair.
So, so when I saw the opportunity to partner with somebody that says, here, I can handle that piece of it. I understand the market. I understand annuities, and I understand how to get you in front of people. And so that was where I said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. What's it going to, I've spent a whole lot more money on stupid ideas than what it cost me to partner with AOA. Part of the slowness in kind of the stumbles that I had was one is learning the annuity market, understanding the product placement, and then also getting comfortable with the technology of a virtual presentation. I'm a stand up in front of the group guy. I'm a public speaking person. I was trained by the Air Force as an Air Force recruiter to stand in front of a hostile audience. So for me to be able to talk to a computer screen and not have that face to face type of thing has been a growing curve. It's been a learning lesson. And so that was kind of some of the slowness there. Uh, we just did our second webinar. The first one, I was not happy with at all. I was not happy with me. I was not happy with just everything the way that it felt. I don't know if I don't think we even got any responses out of that. I know we didn't get any appointments set. Um, but it was a small market sample. It was
A
designed.
rehearsal.
It was a rehearsal designed to get me comfortable. I went back. I'm always in the concept of constant improvement. I critique myself worse than anybody else. I'll go back to look at, see what I can do. I take a lot of notes on how things transferred and how they went and what I needed to do. I redid the presentation. I made it fit better to the subject matter people were looking for. I rehearsed it. I studied it. I went back and did a lot more offline studying on the concepts of Social Security and how to deal with those kind of things and tax implications, because that's what they were looking for, is how can they protect their income regardless of where it's coming from in retirement. If it's just Social Security, if it's a pension, if it's whatever. And so I added to my knowledge base so that I was more comfortable with the information that I was presenting and felt more of the expert at it. Am I a know-it-all? No, I don't. I don't know it all, but I do know that I know more than anybody else on that webinar. So I can confidently come in and say, I do know what I'm talking about. And with the confidence of having practiced and the confidence of re-educating myself on the subject matter, I think made a big impact. We have some appointments set off of this one. I think we have 4, actually 5. One wants to correspond via email. We'll see how that works until I can get them on the line, but we're going to work that way. And I'm looking forward to the growth prospect. I'm not, I'm a realist. I know that it takes time, it takes persistence, it takes reevaluation, and it takes that kind of a thing to make yourself a professional, whatever you're doing.
You know what I love about what you brought up through that whole process as well is like you had a limiting belief of, oh, I was only doing things in person. You know how many times people come to us and say, I only do in person, I'm not interested.
Oh yeah.
You overcame that, man. Like you overcame that. So like if anyone's watching this, like that's solid in itself, man. And then also seeing like your military experience apply to this, like I know like a good quote from my dad was in the military. I know we've had conversations about it. And it's like what's it called? Slow is fast and fast is slow. And so I think because those expectations of now you're seeing momentum happen from literally those two things, you overcoming limiting beliefs and at the same time applying all of your years of the mindset, a lot of all those things are included with that. So how you do one thing is oftentimes how you do a lot of things. And anyway, it's just really cool to see how we're able to help you develop at the same time, get some appointments and continue to rock and rolling, man. So I mean, at this point, I think it kind of goes without asking, but I mean, who would you recommend at this point in time for annuities on autopilot, and how should they go about things when trying to get some momentum?
Well, I would recommend anybody that wants to really have the ability to get themselves out in front of more people. The idea of doing a face-to-face seminar and the costs are involved with those, which I've done those, and you'll get 15 to 20 people in your local market with the platform that you have created, giving it I've got a 5 o'clock appointment with a gentleman, a IT specialist out of Los Angeles, California at 5 o'clock this evening from the webinar yesterday. That's somebody I would never be able to connect with if I limited myself to only having one platform of introduction. So anybody that's looking at getting in front of others that wants to maximize their time, having to meet face to face with people and do those in-person webinars kind of limits the amount of time you can spend with people. Being able to do it virtually, being able to have that opportunity will then allow you to almost multiply yourself. And having somebody that knows what they're doing and understands the marketing side of it. I am not a marketing person. I'm a sales guy, not a marketing. There's a difference. A lot of people don't understand it, but there's a difference between sales and marketing. My wife tells me I can sell refrigerators to Eskimos, but I don't know how to put the advertisement together to get their attention.
Sure.
So there's a difference.
Well, I appreciate the job security. I will say that.
There's a couple of things that my father taught me. And he was a very simple man. He was a welder, but he always said is you rely on the experts. You can't be an expert at everything, so you rely on the experts. When you find them, use their strengths to improve your strengths. And then the other thing he always taught me is, and I've lived my life by it, he always says that always remember a stranger is only the friend you haven't met yet. And that's been an underlying philosophy of my life. Is I don't look at clients as clients. I look at them as friends that I've been able to I have a relationship with, and I want to treat them as I would any other friend that I care about.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good, my man. I do appreciate you taking the time on here too, my man. Like with all that being said, because like everyone has a different message, everyone has a different personality, and just like you said, like there's so many strangers I haven't met yet, and I think this message is going to be a good thing. So overall, guys, I'll put a link in the chat for you all to look at our pre-call guide, so that way you can see like what you're getting yourself into before even hopping on a call, and then maybe you'd want to opt in to one of our free trainings we'll have. So, and then that way you have an opportunity to get on the calendar, and then we can kind of go from there, guys. So anyways, thanks you so much, Rick. You're the man, the myth, the legend. And
I appreciate you, Kyle, very much, man.
yeah, no worries.